Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to our very last day of rePLAY InfoComm 2025. So thank you guys so much for joining us if you are here for the third time or for the second time, or even if this is like your first time joining it. Today we're going to focus a lot on education products, but also like I threw in some just like miscellaneous ones that I hadn't included the rest of the week. So you guys should probably know the drill at this point, but I will just very, very quickly take you through like everything that you can expect from the event today and a little bit about how to use our platform. So the event is mostly just going to be me and Gary. We're going to be kind of sharing videos, talking over videos of different products that we've pulled that we think are cool that you guys should pay attention to. We're going to be talking about our Best of InfoComm 2025 awards. Have a lot to give away this year. I think it's about 80 of them. Which there were a lot of products to pick from. We had like 1,700 videos, so narrowing it down to like the top 80 was impossible, just about. But yeah, so a little bit about how to use the platform. If you can see me talking to you right now, if you see me and Gary, that is great. That's like the whole point of the event. If you have questions for me or Gary throughout today, please put those in on the right. That's like the Q&A section. That's where I check for them and everyone else checks for them. And that's where the easiest place for us to look. And they can be about anything. They can be about a video. You can ask us to repeat the name of a product again. They can be about a trend that we saw, really anything. Gary and I check it pretty periodically, so we're happy to answer whatever questions you guys might have. Please make sure to answer the polls that come up directly below the video window. That's how we are going to be checking to award you for your CTSR use. By the way, if you joined Tuesday, Wednesday, and today live, you are eligible for 3 CTS, CTSI, or CTSD RUs. We will reach out within 10 business days of today, and that will come from cts@theraveagency.com directly to your email that you use to sign up for the event. So also make sure to keep saying hi to us and talking and networking. That is directly below the polls. And then we have all of the other days archived as well as the guests below that. And today's guests is Tim Albright. Tim Albright's going to be joining us in a little bit, kind of talking about a few of the products he thought were interesting. And then we're also going to play a interview that I did with Dave Labuscus and Jen Heinel today to talk about the show. So yeah, that is a little bit about what you guys can expect for the next hour, probably a little bit longer than an hour. I'm going to be so real with you. So I think that we can go ahead and play a clip from the last day of Rave TV that we did at the show. Might take a minute or so to cue that up really quick. But this is kind of me walking the show floor, talking about like the last third of it and a few of the interesting products and booths that I saw, and you can kind of get an idea of how the show floor was looking at this particular time and place. So we have that queued up. Are you about ready? Okay, then we are all good to roll that. So see you in a couple minutes. And of course, yeah, Televic over here. Televic has kind of been in the UC space for a while, but they kind of became known in like really big governmental conferencing. I'm going to have Dalton get a little bit closer so you guys can see a few of their products. They have gooseneck mics that are made to go, and even the smallest to the largest meeting rooms, they really can do like up to 200 of these in one space. And they have so many versions of it. A version with a screen so you can see everybody, a version with just the gooseneck microphone. So yeah, they've kind of been known in this like big governmental courtroom space, but they really can do just about any size UC space that you need. So they're really busy, and they have become really, really big in our industry in the past 2-3 years. It has been really amazing to see how they've really grown. So Koenig and Meyer over here, they do a lot of stands for different music, of course, rental and staging, but even back there they have arms for podcast setups, really anything that you need. Over here, if you need something to hold your iPad, if you're singing and you're looking at lyrics or music. So they're really cool too. So
Let's continue down here. We have Atlas IED, very well known in the Pro AV space, but of course also very well known in the security space. So Atlas IED has a few different products, but one that is my favorite is kind of like Atmosphere. That's one that's kind of like processors. But they have a lot of really great technology that allows you to kind of be heard in certain places and not heard in others. I totally do not know how it works, but I think people are checking that out in the demo room right now. So it's amazing. Also, on the other side of here, I love what they've done with their booth, where they are asking people all types of questions about AV. What's your go-to song to test the room? Most unique audio project you've been a part of, exploring the ocean depths or flying to outer space. One superpower, what would it be? So
you were busy walking the show floor, Steph. You did a phenomenal job with your show floor tours.
Thank you. Thank you. I will say in that show floor tour, for all of you watching, if you go watch day 3 of InfoComm 2025 of Rave TV, the end of that show floor tour is where I did something that's like probably like top 10 most embarrassing things that I've done while working at this company. I went to Froggy's Fog and they handed me the fog gun, but I was like on camera. They handed it to me backwards. Like,
oh
not
my gosh, you shot yourself?
No, I shot a man standing by or sitting behind me.
I think I saw that video on social or something.
Yeah, I think a lot of people saw that. And sorry to the man who got blasted in the face with that fog. If you are watching this, I did not mean to. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, without further ado, we promised you that on day 3 that we would announce the best of InfoComm awards. And we're gonna do is we broke it into about 6 or 7 categories.
Yes.
And we're gonna do 2 of the categories right now, which is the best of winners, best of show winners, but also the winners of display and projection. So we're gonna do those 2 blocks. So let's start with the first one, which is this is the product that we thought was the best overall product of InfoComm 2025. Emily B, you want to put it up? Are we up there?
Yep, okay. She's got it.
I lost my window here. Best product overall for InfoComm 2025 is the NanoLumens Find Art. So that product is a very unique screen that looks like a piece of artwork. So I love it because, and the reason why we gave it the best product overall was because it was the most unique application product that we saw at the entire show, meaning this product will get you into a bunch of installations that you normally wouldn't be able to get into, because this product could be used to get into, to show museums what is possible to sort of re-engineer an entire museum and to have a digital museum or a digital gallery inside of a museum that changes the artwork, but the artwork looks like the original artwork. It's native 4K. The resolution is very high. It's flat, matte. There's no reflection on it. So you can actually see the brush strokes of each piece of artwork that's displayed on that. So it's a great, unique, differentiated product, and kudos to NanoLumens for that. Steph, you want to do the second one?
Yeah, so best new technology, this goes to MDEP, which is the Microsoft Device Ecosystem Platform. This has become such a, and like, it's not necessarily a technology, it's kind of like almost its own like consortium. So the brands that are a part of MDEP now have gone through the steps to make their product work really, really well with Microsoft's platform.
Well, it is a technology in the sense that you know that everything's going to seamlessly work together. It's interoperable, and of course, it's in a big segment of our market. We have the annual Game Changing Tech Award, which is sort of like this ubiquitous tech award, and that goes to Sony, Excite, Panasonic, and Shure for announcing simultaneously OpenAV, the Open API initiative. So these 4 companies, along with since then about 20 other companies, have announced that they're joining this to make their APIs open, which will help for cloud-based management of AV systems. So that's exciting.
So this next one is the most creative use of AI in AV. We would be like, of course we talk about AI so much in this industry, but NetSpeak is doing something really, really different, which is building generative AI for AV, which can actually like do things, not just tell you things, but do things in the meeting room. And we're going to show you a little bit about that later today.
Yep. And next is the Future of AV Award, Logitech with the Spot. We gave this product an award also for ISE when it was originally launched. To get a new product award, it has to be a new product, new technology in the last 6 months. We gave it this particular award, which is different. We gave it at ISE because we see this as a great way for integrators to get into building management, building analytics, and at a higher level with the customer. So instead of just getting in with the facility manager, AV person, training manager, you're now getting into a higher level of facilities than you probably would have normally. But also in the case of smart buildings, getting in on the ground floor before the building's even built with a product like this. Spot is a sensor that allows you to do everything from environmental sensing to room sensing. So if a room is abandoned, meaning a meeting didn't happen that was scheduled, or a meeting ends early, it will know that and will automatically free up the room. But it also measures the temperature. It measures the humidity and the other environmental conditions of the space, how often something's used or not used. So we love that product.
So for best accessory or AV tool, I have this video loaded up today. I'm going to show it to you, but this is Fiasco Case's flexible workstation case. I have never before in my life seen a case that can both become a table that you can work from, and then you can pack it up and take it with you. It's actually very cool. So I'm excited.
Yeah, for the small shows, it's awesome. Best demo or live experience, HP Poly and Google with the Google Beam, which is their 3-dimensional video conferencing technology, which we talked about the other day.
So most eco-forward AV product, this is going to Jones 13 Pro. I was impressed by a lot of the e-paper solutions on the show floor. There were more this year than I've ever seen before, but this one really stands out. 1, by how many ways it can be used. 2, by how it installs on the wall. And 3, the fact that it is a touch-based e-paper. I have not seen that at any other manufacturer.
Best booth experience. I think we gave this to 2 different companies won this award. The first one goes to Sharp. Their booth was phenomenal. We talked about this yesterday. The way that they flanked it with LEDs on the outside. They were mounted in 3 different positions, but it looked like one seamless screen, and each LED was different pixel pitches, different technologies. It was awesome. And we also gave it to QSC for their escape room, the gamification of their booth with the escape room. So congratulations to both of them.
Absolutely. So for the best concept product, this is one that is not out yet. This was there like simply as a concept. This goes to Daktronics for the 0.4 millimeter pixel pitch micro LED that they had in their booth. They had one small little concept of it because it's not out yet, but I was duly impressed.
All right, the Editor's Choice Award goes to Rove Visual and Seiko for their environmental LED product, basically called ArtMorph. It allows you to sort of have hardscape environments mixed, analog environments mixed with digital environments to create a unique experience. So for example, imagine doing a lobby where the lobby's marble and you could actually put an LED in there, but the LED looks like pieces of marble and the LED's lighting up from behind it. That's a very unique product, and we had to give it an award. The Cloud AV Award again goes to Excite, this time for Connect Plus. Connect Plus is quite unique because it allows you to it gives the connectors for products that don't already have connections to the cloud, makes it possible. So we were excited about that.
Excited.
Yeah,
so these are all of our those were all of our best of show. These are all of our display and projection awards. So the first one we wanted to give it to was best new mobile DV LED product. This goes to ViewSonic for the 138-inch mobile DV LED that like is a trifold, fits in a flight case, and becomes very easy to then transport.
Yeah, and best all-in-one LED, DV LED goes to Panasonic for the AD series. I think a lot of people were surprised Panasonic even had LEDs, but remember we have to give this to a new product, right? We can't give it to a product that's already been out because this is a new product. So therefore, of the new products that we saw, the new LEDs that we saw, this was the best all-in-one option that was there.
Best new video wall product, Peerless AV for the Seamless Connect Universal Mount. this is one of the most impressive mounts that I've seen. And, you know, a mount is typically a mount, you know, like there's only so many fancy ways you can get with it. But this is actually very, very impressive, how they made this, how they constructed it. So, yeah.
And most creative display application, AluVision, is that right? I get it? The wishing well, which we showed yesterday, which was an LED, round LED. It looked like an actual well. So if you hadn't had a chance to see that, you can actually go to our website at rePLAY.com, type in AluVision in the video search window, or watch yesterday's broadcast.
Best LCD display goes to Sharp for the 2nd generation M series. Again, Gary and I wanted to give this to new products. The M series, the 2nd generation of that, is like new to this year. So we're very impressed by what we saw in Sharp's booth, clearly.
Best OLED display, LG's transparent OLED with trainable AI agent. We actually shot an awesome video of this. This is a great application of allowing a display to become more than just a static display. So you want to definitely check out that video.
Mm-hmm. Best new LED platform expansion goes to Planar for the Direct Light Essential series. So Direct Light has been out for a while, but the Essential version is the one that is quite new. That's kind of Planar leaning into the good, better, best version, adding just one more version of that. So,
and by the way, for this category, this is a great category because, and a lot of people are like, what the heck? This is a great category because it allows us to give awards to products that have had improvements over the previous generation product. And then best new projection system goes to Epson's PowerLight L series, which we're about to show you a video on in just a couple of minutes, because that product, there's like 10 or 12 versions of it. But the most impressive one to me is the one that's about 19 pounds, 8,000 ANSI lumens.
Yep.
Think about that again, 19 pounds. So it's not totally portable, but easily installable, small classroom projector that gives you 8,000 ANSI lumens. There was almost no way we couldn't award that series of product.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Gary, you ready to keep on keeping on and show our first product video of the day?
Well, or is this best short throw projector? Yeah.
Okay, let's throw that back on. Sorry. I don't know where that went. Okay, there it goes. Best short throw projector. You love this product. This is the cart, the Artime and Panasonic cart that is, it pretty much does everything. It has a place for your rack, for your short throw projector, and it is in a pretty small form factor considering what it does. So we were both impressed by that.
Yeah, and we saw it. We showed that again yesterday. Most creative projection screen or surface strong MDI for the Nomad series. And then we have one last award before we go starting to show videos. And that's the Future of Display Awards. This is interesting. So Nanolumens and AUO Plus display, or AUO Display Plus together came out with a see-through transparent micro LED. We showed it in yesterday's show. We got a lot of great feedback on it yesterday. And if you haven't seen it, you definitely want to watch it, because I'm going to get this wrong again. I believe it's 55 inches. It's a fixed frame thing. They were showing it as a prototype, but like I said, that's why this is called the Future of Displays Award, because what we're doing in this particular category is talking about a technology that's not available yet, that has a potential to be a breakout technology.
Absolutely.
So let's jump in that video and show that. Let's show the PowerLight L series. So the PowerLight L series, as you're seeing here, it's 12 new projectors. I couldn't remember if it was 10 or 12. They released them February, March of this year. All of them are under 20 pounds, up to 8,000 ANSI lumens, and they have throw ratios of 0.5 to 2.2. Of course, you some of them have where you can change the lens on all of them. Some of them come with lenses. But what's really neat, and what was new at the show for these that they introduced since ISE, was that they're all Apple AirPlay certified. That means you can actually stream directly to the projector from a laptop or from a tablet or whatever. So that was pretty impressive.
Yes. Next up, this is from Script Elephant. This is a script writing and show content management platform. What I like about this is it organizes the script for you, but it also has the cues for you in a separate kind of thing. And it's also able to give the audio people, the video people, and the lighting people each their own like run of show views from the single platform. So check this out.
What you're looking at here is our full script view. So on the right-hand side, spoken word, you can see the speaker, get an idea of who's up. You can see the production cues here on the left. So we can see that we're there on wireless 1 for a microphone. We're going to ask for some moving lights from the lighting department. They've got a lower third, which you can see a little preview of there. This has a live tracking view, so you can actually click along. And each of the departments, video, lighting, and audio, have their own run of show view. So if we take a look at these iPads here, you'll see that we've got the run of show view for all 3 departments. We've got our video department and our audio department just as an example. And as I kind of click through, it's tracking with me.
All right. So the next product is the BalanceBox eBox Tilt Table. This mounts up to 75-inch panels and adjusts horizontally or vertical and can lift up to 27 inches. Extra large wheels, so it can roll anywhere. Totally battery powered and can run 3.5 to 4 hours on a full charge, and you can charge it back in less than an hour. So it's truly a portable display. So if you need to wheel in a display anywhere and have it powered from the mount itself, basically, or the cart, I should say, itself. This is an all-in-one. I love the concept here.
Yeah.
As an instructor reference monitor, as a floor speaker reference monitor, it's a great product. I think it's great.
So this next one, this is the WeCharge or YCharge air cord charging technology. And what it is wireless power over the air using IR laser technology to like do this for a bunch of different products. So check this out.
There you can see a transmitter that delivers power over 30 feet range, 10 meters. And for example here, it powers this light bulbs. So if I'll block the beam, charging stops. This technology can serve many different applications and many different products across different industries. Here what we see is an example of such applications. This is digital signage, LCD displays, 9-inch, 7-inch, and 5-inch that can be used for advertising in retail space. The same display, we will see it later, can be used for meeting room occupancy information. You can see here accessories for home. One is an Xbox controller that never dies out of batteries, a toothbrush charger for your bathroom without the messy cord, a charging station, a charging pad that doesn't need cords and can be placed in meeting rooms or in next to your bed or in the living room.
Okay, one more video before we bring on our special guest. And this is from Data Video. So this is the VTC 100. This is their latest dual lens voice tracking conference camera tailored specifically for huddle rooms and meetings. Check this out.
So this particular camera has 2 lenses, a PTZ camera lens, as well as a wide panoramic lens. And I have a couple participants. So right now it's framing me up. And if I have someone else talk at the table,
so we're here, and the PTZ camera will come right over to me as I start speaking. Now I have my close-up.
All right, and then we have another participant, and we have Craig.
Yeah, so when I start talking in this position, it'll go to a wide shot and then frame me up perfectly. So there you go.
And combine the VTC 100 with the iCast Mini, we have the ability to turn tracking on and off, and we can also show like PowerPoint presentations. We can also do PIP windows where we can show our tracking camera and the PowerPoint at the same time.
All right, I am back, and I am with a special guest. Hello, Tim Albright. How are you?
I am fine, Steph Beckett. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I wanted to bring you on as someone who is was your coverage is really focused on what's important to end users,
Yep.
as is a portion of Raves via AV Buyers Club, our end user publication. But you were kind of scouring the show floor specifically looking for products that would be good for, that group of AV, which obviously I was too. We had a whole tour that
Yes,
was
we
like
did.
about that specifically. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, okay, like, do you feel like InfoComm as a show is becoming more of an end user show?
I think Avix is trying to make it a little bit more.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is actually you and I talked about this yesterday.
We
Is they're keeping track of that, right? They're
Mhm.
they're paying attention to it. They noticed or they highlighted in their press release that 35% of the audience was end users, some way, shape, or form categorized as end users. So the fact that they're paying attention to it, I think that Avixa certainly wants to make it that. Um, 20 years ago, that wasn't the case.
Right.
20 years ago, I was an end user, and it was very difficult to get a booth to talk to you. Whereas today, it's a very different situation.
Yeah. I think that, like, why do you think that that switch up has happened?
There's a couple things. Number one is the move and the importance of the IT department in both corporate as well as higher education.
Mhm.
There are folks that have argued with me in the past about is AV IT or whatever.
Right.
I point to the money, quite frankly,
Yeah.
and if your classroom upgrades is financed by the IT department or the IT department has to sign off in some way, shape, or form, you're part of IT. So the vast majority of them are. And so those folks are coming to the show and they're learning more, right? They're wanting to learn more about the industry. But the second part is the increased importance and the the education of the actual end user when it comes to approving POs and designs.
Absolutely. So you had two products in mind to talk about. So tell me about NetSpeak.
So NetSpeak was actually part of our tour,
Yeah.
and the product is called Lena.
Mhm.
So not to confuse the two, but NetSpeak is the company, Lena is the product, and it's an AI tool,
Yeah.
and it's one of the more impressive AI tools. They have loaded this LLM or this AI with all of the Avixa information, the
Mhm.
education, all of the manufacturer training, at least all the ones that they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
And so it's a pretty robust system. And you can say, "Hey, Lena, what's wrong with my room?" And the room, if it's set up properly, can say, "Oh, you have an XYZ display, and this is the control system. Let me run a diagnostic. Let
Mhm.
me make sure it's getting power, make sure everything's online. And if it's not, well, here's some troubleshooting steps." In
Yeah.
addition to that, it can do preemptive scanning. So there are a number of organizations, both higher ed and corporate, where you have somebody's responsibility that has to go around at least to the high profile rooms every morning and say, okay, is this working? Right? Is everything on? Is it this? And Lena apparently will do that for you
Mhm.
automatically. So those two things right there is really, really some really, really slick use cases for tech managers and IT managers.
Yes, and I do have, like, a very quick demo that I can show all of you.
Yeah.
It's about a minute long, and it's, like, kinda showcasing a scenario in which Lena might help if you guys wanna watch that really quick.
What we're going to do is walk through a use case that many people are familiar with, and that is you have this beautiful conference room, and the CEO comes in on the weekend and wants to watch the race. So she's going to come in, change the input over to HDMI 1. She's going to lower the volume because it's a race, it's really loud. But all of a sudden the CEO gets a phone call, so she goes and mutes the system, and so now the system's muted. And but that phone call is really important. She walks out of the room and leaves the system as it was. And now Monday morning, people come in and their meetings are going to fail because it's set to the wrong configuration. Well, for most organizations, they would schedule this automated room check, and Lena would fix the Lena being our product would fix this automatically. In this case, I'm going to actually run this manually. So I'm going to come over onto the application of Lena. I'm going to click the manual room check, and now that it's that manual room check has started, what's happening is Lena is taking a snapshot of the current configuration, and she's matching that up to what I, as the administrator of that room, would want that configuration to be.
And that's just one use case of Lena, by the way.
Yeah.
She can do a lot. So that's kind of why that won an award from us, multiple awards, because Tim and I also awarded it a top 10
Yeah, absolutely.
award. So yeah, we're obviously big proponents of NetSpeak and what they're doing and Lena. So Tim, the other product that you wanted to talk about, this one is cool. It's crazy, but it's cool.
It's crazy. It's cool, and there's a handful of use cases that I can automatically come into my mind. The company is the display is called Displace, and when I say it's a wireless TV, you'll go, okay, great, you can get wireless video. Yeah, if I tell you that it's wireless power, well, that just means there's a battery, and there's a pretty good sized battery, 8 hours in the TV itself. If you slap on the sound bar, you get 100 hours. So there's a battery inside the
sound bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sound bar. The thing that got me was the mounting solution,
Which we're seeing right now.
oh my gosh. So
And you just saw this guy mount it. Like he literally picks it up, places it there, and it tells you like, hey, like hang out here for like 30 seconds.
Yep.
Don't move. We're calibrating it.
4
then, like-
ginormous suction cups.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it like tells you when it's done, and then he like moves and
Yep.
you're good. So this is not for like an everyday person or an everyday use case. Because
No.
like the thing about this is it is very cool, but what happens when something is very cool? It's expensive.
It is on the higher end of displays. I think they told me $6,000 for the 55-inch. There's a 55-inch and I believe a 65-inch model.
But what we were talking about is I was like, okay, well, like think about the person using this. This is going to be your person who has like this glass enclosed box that's like very ritzy as their conference room, no possible way to mount anything anywhere. So of course, their only option is going to be to turn to this. If that's your conference room, you can afford a $6,000 55-inch display.
Absolutely.
Chances are. Like this is not for the everyday person looking for a display in their conference room. This is for someone who is looking for a creative solution to a creative problem.
Yeah,
So,
and it's also a little bit of a wow factor as well.
yeah. The wow factor is like obviously like what is great about that product. But yeah, okay, Tim, what on the show floor were there any trends that surprised you?
So you and I talked about this the other day offline that you've been doing InfoComm now for a number of years as well.
Yeah.
And I remember when InfoComm was like every year or maybe every 2 years, there was something that all of us walked out of that show floor and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Right. First time I saw AV over IP is one of those.
Mhm.
And there hasn't been that in a while. And I got a little bit of perspective on that this year. And that is, the industry is maturing. Not saying that everything that can be invented has been invented. I'm not saying that, but we're entering a phase where there's small iterations. There's a couple of bright spots. I would point to Lena as one of them. NetSpeak and the integration of AI into the industry. But we're having small iterations because you know what, the customer, right, the IT and the AV manager are looking for solutions that's going to be around for a while, that we're not going to make some massive oh my gosh changes and left turns. So we are maturing, and I think that actually is a good sign, and it's a sign of stability.
I think that too, but also like of course like not everything that has been invented will like is happening right now, because think about like how long our industry has existed. When our industry started being thought of as an industry, do you think people like even would have dreamed what we're able to do now in terms of like sending a signal? So like what if we just haven't even been able to dream yet of what could exist? Maybe that's me being like optimistic.
No, absolutely not, because you're right, because part of it is the industry takes existing technologies, right? We'll go back to AV over IP. The IT industry and sending the signals, any kind of signal, didn't exist when the first silver screen was put up, in the 1910s, 1920s. So yeah, you're right. There are certain technologies that none of us know that's possible, and maybe not even been invented yet. That certainly that the AV industry will certainly make their own and leverage it for our use.
Yeah, here's hoping, man.
Yep.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for your
Thank you, ma'am.
time. Last question I have for you is where can people go to read everything Aviation?
Aviation.tv. That's aviation.tv.
All right. Well, Tim, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your Thursday.
Thanks, you too.
All right. I'm going to bring Gary back on. Hello, Gary. Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's do some more awards.
Let's do it. Okay. So the next ones that we are going to be giving away, these are all of our like audio. Yeah. So it should come to no surprise that we awarded Nureva's HDX with Best New Microphone System because there was so much noise about this product at the show.
Yeah, it's going to be very popular. They've added more mics, added more speakers, added voice lift, added the ability to add external wireless mics to the system. The only thing that's bad about it is you have to wait until the first quarter of next year to actually get the system. But I think it's going to do really well.
Yep.
So the best new loudspeaker for install, the Kramer CL series of products. We like those.
Best new live events product goes to PowerSoft's Unica T. The Unica obviously existed before the show, but the Unica T is specifically for touring, which I think is what the T stands for. I might have made that up, but I'm going to say that I'm right.
I think it is. Best in-room, as opposed to touring, audio solution, Bose Professional Veritas.
Absolutely. Best digital wireless audio solution goes to DPA Microphones in series, which they came out with literally, I think, the week before InfoComm. Very impressed with their like wireless solution.
Yeah, best education-based audio solution, the Shure Microflex Next 4 and Next 8. This is a follow-up to their Next 2 wireless system. It allows you to add 4 or 8, and you can add 4 different types of microphones into a room. With this, you can actually do gooseneck, boundary, lavalier, and handheld mics all in the same system using the same charger base, which, by the way, connects to the system however you want to connect. It doesn't require a rack system. It's all the DSPs in there. You can actually connect it to anything without having to add a rack of AV equipment into the room.
Yep.
So Steph, you want to do the next one?
Yeah, sure. It's the best all-in-one wireless solution. Should be no surprise. Sennheiser's Spectera. A lot of people have been talking about this year. I think it won one of our Reader's Choice Awards as well. So obviously, Gary and I were very impressed with it.
Yep, and the best acoustical treatment or design solutions. I really like this.
I do too.
Yeah, this was a cool product. And it's Fabric Wall on-site stretch system. From GNS Acoustics. That's a video you need to watch. Basically, it's a fabric that you can obviously stretches on any kind of form. But the cool thing is that it comes in a bunch of different styles. It's easy to install. And again, it's an example of a product that gets integrators into a new segment of the market.
Absolutely. So best assistive listening or accessibility product. This goes to Opus Technologies this year for their Aura, is it STRX, how you say it? Portable AuraCast system. So obviously utilizing AuraCast to be able to kind of utilize that for assistive listening. I think I added that as a video that we're showing today, but it is very cool. So,
and you know what's interesting about it is that prior to this product, I had only known about Listen's version of the product and Williams. This product is better integrated. Like it's a tighter integrated product. That's a company that probably not a lot of people have heard of, but I think you're going to really like it. And the last audio award before we go into the next category is the Future of Audio Award. Remember, we're going to award this to a product that we see is future forward thinking, is the Amadeus Acoustics Art Platform. Steph, what did you think about that product?
I like it. It's modular, so very easy to use. All of their products are made to work with the platform. And it's very like future thinking. And I think that that's kind of where we're going. So definitely check out the video for that one. So
the next category is UC and meeting equity. So all those UC products that everyone loves. And the first award goes to Best Meeting Room Audio Demo, which is Audio Technica's experience room. On the show floor, they built a full conference room where you could actually experience all of the different microphone options, both locally and remotely. And they could seat probably 6 or 8 people in that room.
Yep.
Very well done. Second year they did that.
Best new UCC camera solution. This goes to Crestron for its intelligent video stack with switching and visual AI. This was a very, very cool demo. I was very impressed with like how Crestron really, really leaned in to cool demos at the show this year, and they did a very great video with this. So I highly recommend you all check that one out.
Best AI-based camera that's PTZ or ePTZ Avers TR615 as a standalone camera.
Best voice tracking AI-based camera, the one we just showed you, Data Video's VTC 100. They are all about making life easy for end users. That is like their bread and butter. They kind of like started more in broadcast, started coming into AV, still in broadcast though. And I think that that is really, really working to their advantage as a company.
Best all-in-one collaboration bar, the Hudley C1, which Dave Danto a couple days ago said it's less of a bar and more of a box.
But it's beautiful. It's still beautiful and looks great, sounds great. So I think that it's just one of those really, really exciting things. Best collaboration tool, Logitech's View, that came out earlier this year, I think maybe January or February, but that's kind of like their platform because Logitech is leaning into building management as a part of unified communication. And this platform is a way to look at all of the rooms, look at the products in the rooms, and it's very elegant.
And also that is going to connect to non-Logitech products as well.
Yeah.
Best meeting and conference room solution, Televic Unicast Pro. We actually use the Televic product for our tours. And we do have a couple of more products in that category, but we need to load up.
Let's switch our other images.
Switch.
Here we go.
Slideshows. There we go. Best huddle room solution, Visionary Solutions XB5. That product is really cool because Steph, it basically eliminates cables. You only have one cable going in, USB-C. So if you plug in your laptop, whatever, that's not very different than a lot of systems.
Yeah.
What's different is only one cable going out. The one cable going out connects to your microphone, to your speaker, to your display, and to anything else in the room because it's AV over IP. So you put decoders on all the devices. Yep. So under the table, you have a very clean solution. What's interesting about this, Steph, is I don't even think Visionary considers themselves in the UC market, but they are now.
Starting to.
Yeah, they are now for sure.
Best new meeting room display, the Logitech Rally board. Like Logitech really brought it this year. The Rally board is great because it flips, but still works while it's flipped. It's just one of those things that's really great for a flex room so that no matter where you are or how you are, this board can kind of move with you and work with you. And I think that the flexibility is really going to make it stand out in the market.
And the reason why they flip it is because you can have the camera at the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen, so you don't actually have to physically move the camera. The best all-in-one meeting room solution, Barco ClickShare Hub, which I'm sure you're going to hear a lot more about.
Best bring your own device meeting room solution goes to Wirestorm's MX0403H3MST. Wirestorm, like, I'm just saying, like, don't count them out because Wirestorm is doing a lot of really interesting things in terms of like USB-C connection, bring your own device in the meeting room. Like,
they also focused on docking stations and stuff this year too. They've got some really neat products out there. The Future of UC award goes to D10 for the D7X 27-inch, which we showed you yesterday, I believe, which is basically like a 27-inch monitor on a small kiosk that allows you, I mean, you could make it as a concierge kiosk, a check-in display. You could use it for portable digital signage. There's so many different applications, but of course it's a full UC platform as well. All right, so that I think is our UC awards, and I think we want to go back and show some some videos. The next video we have for you, excuse me, is Marshall Furniture's FPCM foldable confidence monitor wedge. Sorry.
So good. It's such a good product. So this, you can like knock it down, you can fold it, and you can have your confidence monitor sitting on it. But you can also, like, this guy's holding his microphone in one hand and he like shows you how easy it is to break it down with just like one hand. And he's like, okay, now I'm good. I'm going to fold it and now I'm going to take it with me. And, you know, it makes it very, very easy for, you know, those places where you need a confidence monitor. If you're on a campus and you're doing graduation or whatever, and you just need a very simple solution to put that monitor on that you can easily take with you that doesn't weigh 1,000,000 pounds. It's great. It's like so genius in its simplicity, you know?
Yeah, and of course we showed one earlier that has a battery built into it.
Mhm.
So next up is Opus Technologies AuraCast system for assistive listening. Uses Bluetooth AuraCast, which is a standard. We actually have a video. I told you that I thought it was the best tightly integrated solution out there. Watch this video and you'll see how it works. It's got a 900 square meter coverage area, balanced XLR inputs, mono and stereo support, by the way, means that, you know, for everything from gyms and fitness centers to houses of worship where you have people that can't hear, sometimes this can be a solution for that.
Yeah.
Is the Aura STRX. The Aura STRX is our receiver, AuraCast receiver. So AuraCast is a new Bluetooth protocol that has been released last year at CES in Las Vegas. It allows to broadcast audio on up to 200 meters to an unlimited number of compatible receivers. Basically, the system has been released, this protocol has been released last year, so there's still going to be like a transition time, so enough time for everybody to be to have like a compatible device, so earbuds, for example, or headset compatible. And meanwhile, we have this receiver. So this receiver allows you to capture the audio from any AuraCast signal. It's tactile, you have a tactile screen, and we have the possibility then to check all the broadcasts available within the area. And even if it's a secured stream, thanks to the Aura STRX, we have the possibility to fill out a password, or we have also the possibility to flash a QR code. AuraCast would be available by flashing also a QR code. So by flashing this QR code, you would be able to get connected to an AuraCast stream.
Don't forget, you can ask us questions live. And one of those questions it came in earlier, I should say, from Philip Rodriguez, who asked what we thought of the Epson 55-inch video wall cabinet. I mean, obviously 55-inch is the sweet spot to replace all those LCD video walls out there. And they're obviously taking aim at that. It looked good. Certainly there's a lot out there. Epson's not the only one with a 55-inch wall cabinet now, but ultimately it looked good. I thought it was okay. What'd you think, Steph?
Yeah. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay, this next product. This is one that we gave an award. This is Fiasco Case's flexible workstation case. So the thing about this is the front comes off and it turns into a work table, you can kind of see here. So you can actually sit and do some work on the fly. And then inside it, you have the shelves. It can account for a VESA mount, so you can put a display up there. But if you don't want to, you can it fits a regular size Pelican, which he's doing now. So you can put that there instead. So it's kind of the perfect case for traveling. I've never seen one with so many functions before.
All right. So one of the things that was interesting at the show was that Samsung didn't have a booth on the show floor. They had a private meeting suite. But what they did do is they were showing some of their products in the TD SYNNEX booth, and we had a chance to go in there and see their new display with AI as an AI assistant. Has what's called circle search and live transcription simultaneously as well. It's an interactive display. It is obviously distributed by TD SYNNEX. Got some really cool features. So check this out. I think you'll be impressed at how they integrated AI into this display.
Now, interactive displays have a lot of things you expect. It's got the ability to write with your finger, write with a pen, or really a cool consumer look feel to our remote, again, making it more approachable. But we've also added a few things that we want to show to you today that are included under our AI assistant. Our AI assistant is a pop-out. Now, I should say in full transparency, I signed in myself authorizing the AI under my account. I'm going to pull out our circle search technology. This is what you find on your phones. So if you're looking for a how-to, you're trying to figure out what exactly that car part is, you can use circle search on your phone, but you can also now use it for instructional or communication purposes in the front of a room. So here it's looking at my loosely drawn Pythagorean theorem, and it's showing me how to solve the problem, which is really important. It's not just the answer, it's how do I do this myself, which is really important to learners and people looking to solve problems on their own. That circle search technology is pretty impressive, but one that gets me a little bit more excited is the live transcription. So the live transcription is going to pull up at the bottom captioning that's keeping up with me pretty well. I talk a little fast, but if I have a large auditorium or room where I want people in the back to see, I'm going to want to pull that up. So this will let me raise that and increase the size of it, and I can go with large. Now I'm increasing accessibility to the content. Now it's proven that captioning like this increases content retention in the form of grammar, spelling, and actual usage. So bridging that knowledge to skill gap, which is really, really important.
So, Gary, you know this next company really well, right? So HoverCam is by Craig Justice, right? Who he's been your friend in the industry for a couple years now.
Wow, yeah, probably 20 years.
And I was really impressed by Trio. So this is a presentation casting system that lets people do several things. So it's kind of like document camera, podium, screen casting, all is this like one package. So check this next video out.
Trio is our presentation casting system that allows you to do several things that haven't been done before in this manner. We've utilized at HoverCam all of our wireless technologies to create this suite of products. So what we're showing, we've got one of our wireless document cameras. This is the Orbit Air. We've got this is the new Vimeo, which is our 4K casting device connected to our laptop, and it's sitting on top of this beautiful portable wireless podium. And what we've done with the podium, we took our Pilot X, which came with a tablet that had a built-in document camera and built-in casting, and we basically broke all that apart because people were asking to use their own tablets. So we created a podium with a locking laptop storage drawer. We have a battery compartment here, locking, swappable battery compartment. So the battery is charging the laptop. It's all connected, and then what's happening is our new Vimeo transmitter is sending the signal over to our Vimeo or our new Trio receiver. So it's a little confusing because these products are all the same, but then broken down into their individual applications. What you're seeing on the screen are the 3 devices that are connected utilizing the Trio system. The laptop screen, you've got one of the document cameras, and then you can see there's another document camera.
Okay, let's give away a few more awards if that sounds good, Gary. I think you're muted there. Wait, I think you're muted.
That's me. This next group of product winners are all part of control and infrastructure. So that'd be like AV over IP, but also HDMI distribution, USB distribution, and control. And the best USB docking product, right? Every year we've seen newer and more creative docking station kind of stuff is the Lightware UCX1X1 C40 USB Type-C smart docking station. It's an all-in-one docking station specifically designed for sort of like a conference room BYD BOIM replacement product. And yeah, so that was a great product.
Absolutely. Best new control system goes to Roland for its venue set.
There wasn't a whole lot of new control stuff there. So this became hard because we had this category. I almost thought about dropping this category, but when I saw the venue set stuff, I thought, well, this is really interesting. Cool. It is, and it does control more than their own products.
And it's customizable. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So very cool. So the next one is most creative control interface or touch panel. And this goes to Marshall Electronics for the RCP Plus multi-camera touchscreen RCP controller.
So it's a good camera controller. This is, by the way, this is what you're going to see show up as the controller for Vanderpump Rules, the best, the Real Housewives TV shows, Below Deck. That's how they're controlling all the cameras and doing all the camera switching for all the stuff that's going on. It's that kind of a thing.
Gary, one of my like favorite fun facts about you is how much you love Below Deck.
I love all those like stupid mindless reality shows because they make me feel like my life is not so bad.
I think that's fair.
All right, best overall AV over IP product, Crestron. They had a brand new NVX 384 product, and I think both of us were impressed with that product.
Absolutely. I think it came out earlier this year. I want to say like January or February, but I could be wrong about that. But yes, I was like I said, I was very impressed by the Crestron booth this year.
Best AV over IP SDVOE based product goes Go ahead, Steph. Sorry, I didn't mean to
That's
step IDK
Corporation's NJR L21 UCT and NJR L31 UCR. So the encoder and decoder.
There you go. All right. Next one is best IPMX based AV over IP product. Plexus IPMX H264, 265 encoders and decoders. That allows you to have 264, 265 streaming in the IPMX platform.
Best HD base T product goes to Turtle AV for its USB-C 4K 6444 extender.
Yep. Best video switcher, Barco, Swift Agent switcher. I mean, they're coming back in. It looks like Barco's coming back into the switcher market. That'll be interesting because, you know, that's a mainstream product market. And, but, you know, there weren't a whole lot of new switchers that were in the market, but this was one of them.
Yes. Best new wireless presentation or sharing product. This goes to ViewSonic for the WPD 900. ViewSonic is just another one of those companies that really, really brought it this year. There were a few that just like, it was just like thing after thing was super impressive. And this was one of those things.
Yeah. And by the way, again, you can see videos on every single one of these products at ravepubs.com. Best technology aimed at command and control, Christie Secure Series 3 LEDs.
Yep. The future of control and AV distribution goes to Turtle AV for, how do you say it? Is it just
Chazzy?
Chazzy app?
Chazzy app is awesome. You definitely need to go watch the video and see. It is, again, this award goes to a product that we think could sort of like be the bellwether for how things are done in the future. And they're kind of showing you how to do signal management in the cloud with this app. All right. So the next category, I think this movie, we have one more in this category. Best
is the last one. Yeah.
Is this part of that category? Okay. Best USB switcher in a Genie toggle dock, 2-to-1 toggle dock. And then I guess we have some more videos to show, right? Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
Well,
so
we have a question that just came in. Do you want to answer this first? Do these tools display on the PC side of the video or only the Samsung display?
Good question. I think it's only on the PC side of the video. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Okay. So the next video we're going to show you is an intelligent lectern system. Systems is the company ILS Synergy Plus lecterns. This is what they worded as a next level lectern, but it has 6 different sources from up to 6 different. You can have up to 6 different sources on a single 4K display. So it's good for people that are doing like multitasking or trying to teach non-linearly. It's a cool concept product. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, it almost does too much in one, but also it's easy to manage. I can imagine having this in a classroom, but then having it mirrored on a projector above so that people could see what you're seeing. So
it also has like a front monitor that shows to others and like an integrated media player, I think. So yeah, it does like a lot. So that's like not for the average Joe, right? But
it's definitely for the power presenter. Okay, so Light Touch Drive-In 2.0. Talk about this for a second, Steph.
So what's cool about this is it functions like an IFP, but it's made of modules. So he's talking about this, how many points of touch it has. He's, showcasing that and, showing that he can use his whole hand and it has all that multi-point touch. But what he's going to do in a second is he's like, this is actually a video wall. So it's modular, like a video wall, but it's touch capable and works like an IFP and has an Android side and a Windows PC built into it. So there he is, he's servicing it. So if you want like something that functions like an IFP, but it's serviceable like a video wall, this is going to be your product. All right. So I was really impressed. I haven't seen a video wall that's like one touch, 2 that functions like an IFP.
There you go. All right. So Shores, we gave an award to this earlier, you may recall. Shores MXW Next 4 and Next 8 wireless systems. Here's a video we shot at the show. It's actually an interview I did with Peter R., I think. It's part of the tour video I did because I did like 5 or 6 minute long tour video of the Shure booth. This is a segment of it where we're talking about that product and what it looks like and what the different options are. So check it out.
Absolutely.
So where next?
Yeah, and then over here we're showing our Microflex Wireless Next 4 and 8, which again we launched at the beginning of the year, basically, and you can see your Reader's Choice Award right there of our
I think this
series.
has been a big hit in education, but I also think it has a lot of other applications.
For sure,
especially since you came out with the gooseneck.
Yeah, the gooseneck's obviously a form factor that's pretty vital to the to the boardroom table. Docking charger, 8 and 4 channel versions. Same with the boundary version. So really
so
flexible.
you have the ability to have a gooseneck, a boundary mic, a handheld mic, or a lavalier mic.
Yep.
So here's your lav mic and your handheld mic, all in the same system.
Yeah, all the same system. Sets itself up.
You get to pick your own mixture of them too, right?
Correct.
I mean,
any combination really, and they're all rechargeable, all networked, all monitored via Sure Cloud.
And by the way, there's no rack piece. This just plugs directly in to the system that you're using. You don't have to. There's no other. You don't have to break into the rack to get into the system.
That
which
is
pretty
correct.
Nice.
Next up, this is the Insta360 Wave Professional microphone. This is like a very cool addition to the products that are like a center of the table microphone for your small, your medium meeting room. So check this out.
Is a professional AI-powered speakerphone. Now, what's cool about this is it works with the Insta360 ecosystem of enterprise and video conferencing products. The speaker itself is powered on. Once it's powered on, it does a very futuristic rise where it floats and it reveals a touchscreen on the bottom of it. Now, the touchscreen gives you interactive control of different settings. You can start and stop your audio recording. You get AI transcribing. You get the latest AI speakerphone features packed in here. But if you noticed, there are connection points at the top of the speakerphone. Well, what are those for? Well, in a previous video, I talked about the Insta360 Link 2. This complements the ecosystem perfectly, where I can, in real time, attach this speaker camera to our speaker, and it powers it on and lets it function as one unit. So you can slap these in the middle of your conference room using the Link 2 web camera, have somebody come in, plug their computer in, and use it in a very turnkey approach.
All right, so we're going to cover some more awards for you, starting with the Best Digital Signage Media Player, and that is the BrightSign XD6, which is part of their Series 6 players. Again, we've shot videos on all of these products. Steph, you want to do the next?
Yeah, Best Digital Signage Display goes to Dynascan for the DK series. These are indoor-outdoor, kind of like kiosks, I guess I would call them.
Yeah, and even two-sided.
Yeah, two-sided as well. So very impressive, like a very like eye-catching thing in their booth. It was exciting.
And this one is a specifically outdoor digital signage product, which is TrueView Transit. They got a product specifically designed for transit applications. I had a chance to do a booth tour of the Uniguest booth, and their platform is really simple to use. I would consider them more of a software company than a hardware company. And they have a enterprise hub, an education hub, and a hospitality hub product. We gave the award for the enterprise hub product.
Best cloud-based signage product, obviously it goes to Spinetics Aria Digital Signage as a Service CMS. In terms of cloud-based signage, I think Spinetics is really, really up there.
Yep. Most creative installation product for digital signage would be AppSpace, the AppSpace AI card generation. Again, it's one of those videos that you definitely want to see. It helps to automate your signage applications. I think we actually showed a version of it the first day of first day of the.
I think so. Best new digital signage mount goes to Legrand for the Chief Tiled Series universal wall mounts with a brand new spacer tool. Very cool. Again, like the product video kind of helps explain it a little bit better.
And the Future of Digital Signage Award goes to Popolo, AI-driven retail signage integration with Brooks, the shoe company. And we did that I think we showed that the first day of the show. Best integration of AI and digital signage, Navori's CMS Sticks 3800 with AI detection. So that's our digital signage awards. We got 2 more categories of Best of InfoComm. You can see with over 800 booths and 1,700 videos, we have to watch and see a lot of stuff to be able to do this.
Yeah.
The next video we have is Wolf Vision Snap Core Pro VR headset integration. VR is being used, obviously, in classrooms a lot. And specifically for higher ed, this is going to give you Miracast built in, and supports native Miracasting protocols, which is nice because you can stream anywhere. It does require an app download, and 4 students can view at a time, and they can collaborate on it. That's kind of a unique product, very different kind of product.
Yeah.
Steph, you want to do the next one?
Yeah, this next one is QSYS. This is the Vision Suite VSA 100. So this is a 1RU AI appliance that adds intelligent video capabilities to your QSYS system. So supports up to 16 QSYS cameras, uses AI-driven tracking to deliver that presenter tracking, framing, speaker spotlighting, in-room automation triggers that's all managed within QSYS Designer, without like disrupting your signal path for your video.
And then before we get into our next block of awards, which will be for software and AI tools, we have a video from Excite on the Connect Plus, which I mentioned to you earlier because we gave it an award. This is the AI-enabled cloud platform, Excite, which, as you know, allows for a single pane of glass for controlling and managing anything across the network. The Connect Plus allows all devices to be now connected to the cloud, even if they don't have an API. Check this out.
One of the first things you're going to be able to do is start to build out your entire managed service platform. You're going to be able to identify federated customers and begin to manage each of your customers all the way down to the specific room. Once you get down to the specific room itself, and this can be integrated to Slack messaging and Teams chat messaging for any incidents in that space, you're going to start to be able to take action of monitoring and management of all of your devices, regardless who makes it. As you start to traverse through these different rooms, you can see I've got manufacturers of devices from all over the industry, and I don't need to log in and out to their individual cloud platforms. Once I'm able to bring all these devices into one spot, now all the fun starts to happen. One of the biggest things you're going to be able to do as well with Excite is, since I have all this product data, I can now enable my sales team to start to sell more managed service contracts and help with renewals.
All right, so let's go on with our awards. Best AV as a service or cloud-based solution. What's interesting about this category, software and services like that, we only had 1 or 2 products ever in this category. This year was the most, which means our industry is moving more towards software. Shure with Shure Cloud, which was launched February, March of this year. Modus VR, which a lot of people use, you already know what it does. Version 2.0 got the best system design or modeling software.
With the new version, you don't have to use a VR headset anymore, which I think is really cool.
There you go. Best end-user friendly AV platform. This is a platform specific, a software that's specifically designed for end users. Synaptic AI, the Zen 3 immersive experience platform. You got to watch the video to understand. It's really a kind of a cool tool. And another award for AppSpace. I don't think they've ever won more than 1 award from us.
Yeah.
This is a best scheduling and resource management tool. This is an interesting category because this is where everybody's sort of going to, right? I mean, this is what Joan is going after. This is what Microsoft's going after. Well, AppSpace has their sensor integration now, so it can integrate with Logitech Spot and for pretty much anybody's sensor. Remember, you can use any camera as a sensor as well.
Absolutely. Best live translation product. There were a lot on the show floor this year. I did want to put the focus on one that is very new. So this is AI Media's Lexi Voice. Came out earlier this year, but it's already had a ton of updates and is absolutely really impressive with how it integrates AI for live translation. I think that live translation is only going to become more important to AV. So we're excited to give it its own award.
All right, best new integrator. This is integrator-based rather than in-user-based software tool. X10 AVs, Xavia AI agent for AV. They integrated AV into their platform.
The Future of Software and AI award goes to Space Tea, which is an AI assistant for smart workplaces. They also have a product video in which they really do a good explanation of exactly what this is and how it can help you. So check that out.
Yeah, we showed that, I think, yesterday. Okay, so back to our videos.
We've got a few left here. So Emily Dean talked about this one yesterday, but this is, I think you pronounce it ICANN. This is their confidence monitor kit. This is exclusively through Forte, formerly AVI Systems. So I'm going to try to pull that up here. This basically has a one cable that makes it really easy to install. It also uses low power and low voltage, so there's no electrician needed. Okay.
Are we losing our video there, Emily, or what?
Yes, we lost that
Are
one.
we seeing it?
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes. Okay, there you go.
Yes. So yeah, NDI, power over Ethernet, one single cable, as he's like showing it to you now. Yeah, thought it was interesting. This is exclusively through Forte. I'm seeing like more like products that are exclusively through different like distributors or integrators. So interesting.
All right, so the next video we're going to show you Promethean, who's right now leading in the K through 12 interactive space. And this is a new Active Panel 10, which is an option for flat panels in the classroom. So check this out.
So, a couple of quick things. We've got our 4K EPTZ award-winning camera up here. We just got an award while we're here at the show. We've also got a front-facing speakers subwoofer with 8 microarray built in. And then today we're running an OPS ILM, so a Windows device slotted in right into the side of the panel. The beauty of our panel is it's just kind of a flexible solution for the workplace. So I've got an MTR set up here I can easily switch over to, making that conference room ready to go. I also have things like Display Note here where I can go in and have my softwares, everything ready to go no matter what that is. And then honestly, the most beautiful thing out of this is the plug and play solution just makes it easy. So with an auto source switching that just works, I walk up with my laptop, I plug in using the USB-C cable that it comes with. It's going to move my video, my audio, and my microphone straight to my laptop. It's going to switch the source without me having to do anything, and I'm up and ready. And then the best part is delivering 100-watt charging to that laptop, so I don't have to get my charger out of my bag, which means I'm not leaving it at that place that I was just at visiting. So,
all right, so we're going to do one more video, last block of awards, and then we're almost done. Salamander designs electric lift mobile carts. These are flexible mobile carts specifically for Microsoft Surface Hub, but they also have them for Cisco WebEx boards and other things as well. They're height adjustable, VISA pattern. It can hold up to 5U of rack space for mics, speakers, whatever you want to put in it. It's a nice little tightly integrated solution. Of course, Salamander is very popular, probably the most popular furniture-ish company in our industry. So we have one more block of winners. Of Best of InfoComm, and that is education and specialty. These are unusual. Education used to be its own category, but now we've added other kind of stuff into that category. So now we call it education and specialty category. For the first award, we have Best Education, Best Product for Higher Education, the Epson L Series, the Power L Series products, which we talked about earlier. Best product for, that's higher education. That one was higher education. Best for K through 12 was the Hovercam Trio, which Steph literally just showed you.
I just showed it to you. Best AV product for hospitality or education. So it's kind of like one of those products that's like specialty, but can go in a lot of places. This goes to Access Communications for the C1720 network display. And we have a full video that you can check out about that one.
Yeah, and that's great for emergency services as well. MIMO monitors for best alert and communication system. MIMO monitors for the Flashcast.
Best new podium or lectern goes to Intelligent Lectern Systems for that ILS Synergy Plus that we showed you earlier. So it is like a specialty podium or lectern, but I really liked it.
Best new furniture, AV mount product, Heckler for framework. Their design is just phenomenal.
Absolutely. And the Future of Education Award goes to QSYS for the Vision Suite with the VSA 100 AI Accelerator. Just in terms of where we are going with presenter tracking and more, I think QSYS really brought it this year.
And last but not least, kind of a fun award. Best Useless Business Jargon Award goes to the words full-stack, which was used by a plethora of companies to describe their products this year.
Gary, what does full stack mean? I just thought I was maybe like dumb.
It's a software term to describe basically that you're providing a turnkey, every piece of the pie to be able to do whatever the application is. And a lot of companies have decided to just use it to describe all-in-one products or just use it to describe how they are a full service provider. and it drove me nuts to see. I mean, I watched so many videos, as you know, to go through these awards and stuff. So hundreds and hundreds of videos
Yes, I know.
and hundreds of hours. I shouldn't say minutes of videos. And the number of times I heard full stack, I was about to pull my hair out. So anyway, that's my last award. Look, I hope you enjoyed these, Steph. I know you got an interview to show, right?
Yeah, I do. Thank you, Gary, for your time. I'll talk to you later. So yeah, one last interview of the day, and this is me talking to Dave Labuscus and Jen Heinold. So this is only a clip of the interview. You can watch the full one at raveclubs.com or on YouTube. But this little clip is about Dave talking about a few of the convergences and the trends that he noticed on the show floor this year. Check this out.
We are living in an interesting AV time right now where there are a lot of convergences happening, but I've heard a lot about converging with the broadcast industry here on the show floor, converging with IT here on the show floor. What's the most prevalent trend that you've noticed that you think that is going to kind of carry us through to the next year, and where does Avixa fit in?
Well, I think both of those are key trends. I think that obviously we're not allowed to do any interview without saying the words AI as well, right?
Yeah.
But I think broadcast AV is one of those areas that's grown out of a maturation of a response to the pandemic, and this need to be able to create high quality content and distribute that content to a workforce that's remote. Or hybrid, and people have recognized that bad content doesn't work effectively, and badly produced content doesn't work, and that is our industry. That's what we do. In the end, what you can look at, I mean, we all ultimately in AV have a business model, which is connect people to people with technology. That's a 100-year business model.
Yeah.
The change will be how and what do they want to be connected for. And what is the technology end of the show floor day that is being used to make that connection?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's all the videos I have to show you, but that is by no means all that is cool or all that I think is worthy of learning or watching or anything. So please don't think that. Like, we just have so many videos for you to go through, like 1,700, like Gary was saying, and so it was really hard to like narrow it down into ones to show you. But yes, congratulations to the winners of our awards. Very well deserved, you guys. Oh, I love this star pattern. Thank you. And to all of you who are making fun of full stack, like, yeah, I also actually just really hate when people use corporate speak to like talk. Like I really hate when people say like, well, let's talk live about that later. Like, just talk. You just say talk if you want. One of my coworkers said to me today, we'll double click on that. I did not like that at all. I think we should just talk normal. So if there's one lesson that I can impart to all of you, just talk normal. Just talk normal. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this has been enjoyable and fun for all of you who have joined us. A reminder for CTS, if you joined Tuesday, Wednesday, and today live, then you get 3 CTS, CTSI, or CTS DRUs. We will reach out to you from the email address cts@therafeagency.com 10 business days from today, within those 10 business days. So if you have questions about this, though, you can reach out to me, Steph@therafeagency.com. I cannot promise to have all of the answers, but I can promise to find them for you. So feel free to reach out to me. Oh, and thank you for the compliment on my Nirvana shirt. At the end of the day, I am just a 90s baby at heart. So thank you guys so much. This will also be available on demand to watch and share. You just can't get the CTSRUs from doing that. So, but if you want to share, if you want to rewatch it, look back up the title of a product video or the products that you saw today. I think that is it. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. And we'll see you next time. Bye.